Good day, everyone, and welcome to the news.
Yes, sir.
Who's excited about the news? But before the news, the one thing that we all know right now, weather. Fernando, what is the weather like today?
It's not good at all because it's super cold.
I know. What does that mean?
I know. Right now it's like 30.
It's not like
38.
30.
Dude. It's like 38.
It's just,
right there.
does it? Really? I don't know.
It feels like 38. It feels like 0.
It's no way it's 38.
It's 40.
I don't know. I mean, you got the watch on.
Yeah, but my watch doesn't like
guessing?
to give me my.
It's 41. 41.
It feels like 30.
Feels like 38, but it's 41, which is way too cold. Actually, I think I'm getting used to it because I didn't feel like today was as cold as yesterday. Yesterday was miserable.
No, today was colder.
I don't know. I didn't spend a lot of time outside. So, checking in from Springfield, Massachusetts. Currently 6. The high of 32. So you're going to be where we're still better than you. Okay.
Not because we have snow. Ha!
Vermont checking in at feels nice to be back above 0. Anytime you have to put that into words, it's great that we're no longer at 0, negative whatever. Like, that's just ridiculous.
Are yours 0?
Fang checking in 30, cloudy with a high of 37, brisk East Tennessee morning. Oh, it's almost time to put on flip-flops and a t-shirt. Good morning from Miami, 49, feels great. I mean, listen, we complain about how cold it is, but I got to be honest, I'm really enjoying this because I know it's going to be over with, so, and then it'll be 90 again, and we'll just be like, God, dude, like, can a guy catch a break? Okay. Sunny 23 with a high of 41. I don't think that's how it works, but it's been a week and a year.
Yeah.
What's up, car gift? Bradley checking in from Modesto. Good morning. Currently 35 with a high of 62. I find it amazing, like the swings, like
from
some
30s to 60s,
like a 30-degree swing in a day. Like we don't get stuff like that at all. No, I mean our temperature typically 10 to 15 degrees from high point to low point throughout the whole year. Mm-hmm. But oh my gosh, it's just so amazing. Yeah. 55 and raining today in Portugal. Ooh. I mean, it still sounds pretty nice. Yeah. Good morning from San Diego, 48 with a high of 69. 69. Anyways, how are you, man? How are you doing? You doing good?
Oh, yes. Other than, freezing my off. Yeah.
Freezing your off? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, no, good call. Good call. I'm tired. I got to admit.
Tired? Why?
I don't know, man.
You haven't done nothing.
No.
Like at all.
At all. No.
It's not like you go home and work.
No. Oh, dude. So last night got home. Yeah. And it's cold. So like, I just want to go home. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to go running. I just want to go home and I know it's weird. Yeah. So
I think that's what most people do. No?
I had the slide decks because they're not PowerPoints anymore. They're called slide decks. I didn't know that. I figured it out. Okay. It's so I watched the two. I went through our 2 slide decks for our JVC and Kenwood trainings. Yeah. They're coming up at Knowledge Fest.
Coming up,
not this weekend, but next weekend. Yeah. This time next week we'll be in Vegas, and there won't be news. However, there will be the reveal. So tonight I have to go home and work on the reveal video because I want to put together like a review video. Okay. So people that are anxiously waiting for this information will be there. So it'll be like a voiceover slide deck. Anyways, I was going through the slide decks last night, and it was like, that's a lot of work. like going through somebody else's work, like, you know, and going, okay, so because normally we build our own. In this case, we're teaming up with them, and they have stuff that they need in their presentation. And so, and you're just like, this is dumb, or oh no, that's good, or wow, we got a lot of work to do. And so put a lot of time into that yesterday. I mean, so much so that like when I went to do the live show at 8:30, I was literally just got off the phone and walked into the bedroom, set everything up, and did the live show. Because it was from like, I got home at 6:30, from 6:30 to 8:30, I was just looking at slide decks.
Wow.
So, and then I had to go back at it after prepping for the news. It was crazy. But anyways, enough of that. We do have some wonderful news for you. And Ron says, I know off topic, Dean, but are you an RC car guy? Picked up an pretty sweet for, of course, yeah. So I am an RC car guy in the sense that when I was a kid back in the 80s, I had a bunch of Tamiya cars and associated RC10s. And that's kind of as far as I've ever gotten. I like building them and working on them. Not so much a driver. Like I'm not this guy. It never did anything for me. I like breaking them so that I could build them again. But with that being said, we've got news. I'm excited. But for all of you that don't know where we scour the internet for our news, we get it from the good people at CE Outlook. As always, the stories we're about to tell you, there are links to in the show notes, unless you're on Facebook. Oh, no, it is on Facebook this week. Facebook limits how many links you can put in a comment. Anyways, so I have to do it differently. Anyways, if you'd like to know more, or if you'd like to see if there's stories on there that we don't talk about, which there usually is, head over to CE Outlook or click any link in the description.
Yeah.
So...
And by the way, thank you so much, RGS. Josh, this show is just news.
Yeah, sorry.
Tomorrow, if you have that question,
we will happily answer it.
Tomorrow, we can answer your question.
All right, first thing up in the news.
It's a blackout.
Boss Elite decks now Maestro ready. There it is. Yeah. So when the current models shipped, they did have the cool little 4-pin plug on the back that we've all been waiting for anxiously, but it didn't work. And they're like, hey, calm down, we got you, bro. It'll as soon as all that they knew they had to put it in there so that anyone that has inventory wants to add an RR in their car, they didn't have an RR, now you can do a software update, which is pretty much normal for every radio on the market. Is doing a software update before it's delivered. It's really kind of annoying, but it's just become habit. Anyways, with a simple software update, and or if you buy new product that's shipping, it'll be all set, ready to go. You can now plug an RR in. This moves Boss Elite up into a higher top tier radio.
Actually, this is a bossy move.
This is a bossy move.
Like, dude, that's crazy. That's fantastic.
Ballsy move. But no, this is a fantastic addition to the lineup. This takes
Boss to a different, like, elite level, right?
Yeah, because I mean they do make some really compelling products, but as far as when I look at it, I go, listen, if I can't use an iData module.
Okay, so when I started working in car audio, Boss was just the like, okay, what are you gonna get? I don't have the other money for the other manufacturers, but we can get Boss. Now it's totally different. Like, yes,
what a baby, literally baby. It's fucking my Tesla thumb. Anyways, moving on.
With the glasses.
Yeah.
But no, hey, listen, I'm excited to see what they come out with.
Well, speaking of exciting to be,
because
Master Tech Expo is going to be. We were invited to.
Did you get your email?
Probably not, because I did. I got this. The first one?
No, the second one.
I didn't get a second one.
Oh, you have to get a second one.
I didn't get a second one.
Now you're not gonna get it.
I probably won't go.
Yeah, probably you're not going.
I probably won't be going.
Like, it's Dean. No, don't send it to him.
Fernando, he can come. Dean can't. Anyways, we know there's going to be a huge unveil at Master Tech Expo. So there again, as soon as we know more information about that, we'll let you know. Right now, we're solely concentrating on Knowledge Fest, which is next weekend, and there's going to be a ton of new products that we get to talk about here shortly, which is really cool.
So if you have one of those Boss radios, you can update it.
Yeah, and get air conditioning controls.
And data compatible.
My guess is what you'd really be adding is the tire pressure and the gauge cluster, because if you needed air conditioning controls, you didn't buy this radio, because you have to buy a really expensive kit. But definitely going to be following this one closely.
Just to see
see what happens, you know, because there again, you never know. We got to see where the future goes, and I feel like a company like Boss has the money and the resources to make things happen quick. See, because I could see, like we talked about last week, we talked about the invasion of the white box radios.
Yeah.
Okay. I could see Boss, just because they're a lot more nimble than some of these older top, tier radio manufacturers. Boss, a lot of those radios suffer from the fact that they don't have good software. Okay. So the form factor part of it is one thing. The integration is the other. So there's three things that make that are the problem with those white box radios. One is the software sucks. The user experience is trash. The parts needed, the interfacing is there again where most of the hiccup comes from, because it just doesn't work. But the cool factor is that it's form fit into the car. So if you can take the form fit into the car, possibly apply a Boss operating system with iData to it, then you'll get your user experience.
You get a better experience.
Boss is a company that could take that white box and turn it into a marketable product. So plus that's where they come from. So it's like that whole business model is probably right there. So I'd be interested. I'm sure they're not going to do that, but I mean that would be a company I think could easily turn into that now that they're iData compatible,
right? And
make units that work with iData. So it's like they just look at the iData parts list and go, so we have interfacing for all these. Yeah, okay, we'll make perfect fit radios to go into them. And it's like, oh, well that they could do that. I think that would put Boss above everyone. We talk about plug and play speakers. I think Boss could probably make plug and play radios now that they have the iData interfacing. Yeah, that would be pretty spectacular. There again. Just talking out loud, wishing out loud.
You're just talking trash.
Speaking of wishing, the long-awaited, not much of a surprise, LX amplifier has finally shipped. This has been a long journey for this amplifier. This has probably been the longest road from conception to production of any amplifier on the face of the earth. The amount of time that this amplifier has been waiting in the wings is ridiculous. I mean, right before COVID, we learned about this amplifier as we found out that the KX amplifier was going to fade off into the oblivion. And then we all got sick and trapped at home. And this amplifier was no different. It spent all of COVID quietly being fondled by Fernando in the back corners and Joe and all the engineering team going, hey, one day Pinocchio will be a real boy. And that day is this week, and that it finally came out to the public. You now can go forth and pick up your LX amplifier and your programmer. And of course, we've made two great videos, one explaining how to use the programmer, and two, how to use that particular amplifier right there and all its features. Soon to be dynoed, because we all know you guys are dying to figure it out. Now, they have multiple amplifiers in this lineup.
4.
Starting at, is it just 4?
Yeah, no, it's just 4 lines right now.
No, there's more than 4.
Well, it's just
no, because those are
3,000.
No, those are the 4 monos.
Yes.
There's more than 4 amplifiers in the lineup.
Right now.
Because you have 4 mono blocks, a 3,000, a 1,600, a 1,200, and an 800.
Yep.
Because why not?
Yep.
You have a 4-channel.
You have a 4-channel. Yes.
You have a 5-channel, and you have the 7-channel.
Correct.
So it is a full line. It's a lot of excitement. If you're not familiar with the product, or you're like, oh, I've been waiting, 2 things. One, you could go watch our videos on the 13.7, which will cover anything that comes with the cool controller.
Yeah.
Or 2, you could watch this week's where they, Unmasked Live, which is, kind of a weird name, but I'm not for it. Anyways, it's finally available. So for those of you who've been waiting for your big power LX amplifiers with Aftershock, the rumble from down under, go get it.
They're available.
They're available. So boom.
Yeah.
And for some of you, they've been waiting for this also. B2 Audio ships in the U.S. again. Big Jeff has taken over the control of B2 Audio here in the United States and is bringing it back in, importing it from overseas. to the U.S. So they will be, you can get it on Big Jeff. What is it? Big Jeff Online or Big Jeff is going to be bringing B2 audio. There's a whole bunch of, I mean, it's a big line. There's a lot of products, but it is back. Some of you guys are really excited about this. I know, because like when it was here originally, I don't know why, we would get lots of people asking about it. So I'm sure most of them are very happy that it's back. So boom, B2 audio back in the States.
Boom.
Boom. We have one more new product. And I think this, okay, so new Harley-Davidson A to B interface from NAV-TV. Woo, yay. So NAV-TV has been in the news this year because, last year, because it's hard to believe it's already 2025. They, in September, were like, hey, we're Audi 5000, bro. And everyone was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I use all these Zen modules. Oh, the world is coming to an end. And
give my money back.
That wasn't the case, as we slowly found out. No, that wasn't the case, because they were for sale. NAV-TV was just like, hey man, we got other things we're doing, and we just want to move away from this. If someone would like to take over and buy us, you're more than welcome to, because the products are actually made here in the U.S. in Florida. NAV-TV is over on the other coast. They have a big manufacturing facility where they make all these pieces along with other products. And so the good people from Australia and Mobridge bought NAV-TV and all its holdings for this Zen stuff. So and all the other little odds and ends. Mobridge is a leader in A to B technology right now. They're making A to B modules for everything, with DSPs, without DSPs, for Fords, for whatever, anything that has A to B. The new Harley Davidsons use A to B. Up until now, there has only been one solution for it, and you had to buy Hertz speakers and stuff if you wanted to use it. That will change here at the end of this month. Yeah. So there'll be two models available to you to plug in to your Rockford system in your Harley Davidson. Take the factory amp out, plug this in. This is basically an amp pro.
Yep.
Basically an amp
for
pro.
motorcycles.
For motorcycles. There'll be two versions, one that just gives you signal output and one that has a DSP in it for signal output. So if you're buying, if you're like tight on space, which all these things are, and you're like, I just want an all-in-one interface DSP, you could buy this. You could buy a Moto 800. And boom, you're off to the races. DSP built in. Or you could buy this, a PSM Pro, and a Moto 800, and boom, you're off to the races. So lots of applications for this going forward. I'm pretty excited. I don't do motorcycles, but I love it when interfaces come out, because that just shows that, there's industry movement and people are paying attention and coming out with the things that people have been asking for. So kudos to the guys making the Zen modules and getting them up to date. Big update was also made on the A to B piece. So all the new ones going forward are going to, lots of exciting stuff happening. Our good friends with NAV-TV. So, this is the part of the show where I love, because this is a talking point. And you guys love it because this is usually when we argue. However, I don't think we're going to argue on this one, because, so the first question I would say is, does anybody care about SiriusXM anymore?
The people they paying for.
I mean, does it matter though?
I don't know. I mean,
does anybody use this? I mean, don't get me wrong. I think we have a subscription in Sue's car just because we drive back and forth.
You're paying for it.
Well, yeah, but it's cheap. It's like she just calls and threatens to cancel, and they give it to us cheap. But we only,
there you go.
Yeah, but I mean, we only have it because we drive back and forth to Orlando, and she likes listening to country music. And you
guys don't have Apple Music?
We do, but she likes radio. Just like the reason why we have a cable subscription is because she likes cable. She likes. There's a feeling of connection,
and that's your answer right there.
No,
it's a lot of people that they want that.
Okay, and that's the only argument, because so for example, there's a feeling of connection to the world that I've noticed. Like Sunday, if you're watching sports, okay, you have that there's millions of people that are doing the exact same thing, and there's people's in the stand doing the exact same thing. Yeah, go Mahomes. What's up, my homes?
Yeah.
Anyways, so you have a sense of community when watching a football game or a tennis match or whatever, NASCAR, you know that there's millions of people doing it. There's somebody there, soccer. So when you're watching it live, there's that feeling of community, and like there's a whole bunch of people doing this.
Bro, we're sharing the same.
But but FM radio to me, it's like it's like but SiriusXM is like almost like cable, where it's like it's just
cable for your car.
It's the same thing over and over again. Nina Blackwood comes on and she recorded the show a day ago.
I never had SiriusXM in my life. Like, so that's cool,
Yeah, threw it in the trash. Yeah, me too. But so my point is like, even when we do installs, like when we pull out radios, put new radios in, we don't ever save the SiriusXM. Like, people that want it, they just if they're like SiriusXM addicts, they just use the app. Mm-hmm. It's just through CarPlay or something like that for $5 a month. But which is better. It actually sounds good. Because
how much is it a month?
It depends. I don't know. It's usually $10. Isn't everything $10 to $15 now?
Okay.
I just don't know who cares about this. And then the new 360, that's like, so you get Pandora, which trash. You get SiriusXM, which don't get me wrong, if you're a Howard Stern fan, or if you're like, there are things it has.
Yeah.
But other people have it too. And then there's the podcast Sketcher, Slacker, or whatever the hell it is. And it's like,
what SiriusXM needs to do, because they are huge on the car audio, right? Like, for us.
Well, no, they're huge with CMA.
What I'm saying is, like,
CMA.
Why not they get something like a high quality, high res files?
Well, you can. You just stream it from your phone.
From SiriusXM?
Yeah, if you stream it from your phone, it's higher quality. Because you're not dealing with the reason why it sucks in the car, like when you're using antenna, is because antennas broadcast everything at once.
Okay.
And so you have to have high compression in order to fit that many channels.
So they already have the 192, 24.
Well, they don't go that crazy because,
but that's my point.
But they're not going to, though. But the streaming service does sound better. No, I get you.
Yeah.
Like Tidal.
If they want
people will pay $15 for a Tidal, which is like the worst streaming service on the planet as far as like trying to get a song to play.
Right.
Sounds great, but it's not even worth it. Like I've had it and canceled it because I was like, I can't find shit.
Yeah. But that's
they
my
will
point.
Gladly pay for that as opposed to all the contents that SiriusXM will put out. So these guys are not getting it. Like, Pandora should be high res. Make Pandora high res, and then we have there again, they could make Pandora high res, and then problem solved. It's like, but literally, it is like everything about SiriusXM or SiriusXM 360. It is the worst streaming service. It is like, oh, you want content? We got content.
Yeah.
It's like Napster. It's like, oh, you want a song? Here's the worst copy of this song. Play it on your headphones. Yeah. But that's not even the case. They're not even playing this on your headphones. Like, because trying to get a portable version of this to listen to, it's like, okay, so you can get it on your phone now. But previously, it was like, so you have the worst sounding thing trying to play through a car, which is like, conceivably, like, people are spending, like, they're not happy with their factory sound system. You make their factory sound system sound even worse. It's just weird. It's just so weird.
Yeah.
But here we go. I used XM for 10 years. I really enjoyed it, but I realized I get better quality and essentially the same thing on streaming platforms, YouTube Music, Spotify. I dropped the subscription. And there again, I totally understand. And that's my point.
You see the quality. They're looking for a quality, right?
Right.
So if your SiriusXMs decide to actually upgrade the quality.
But keep in mind, though, you're in a 1% category of quality when it comes to quality. I think people realize that it doesn't sound good, but they don't look at it as SiriusXM's fault. They look at it as their factory radio's fault. Okay. Because, and I only say this because, like, I've had people over the years come in and say, hey, can you make my stereo sound better? And I get in the car and it sounds great. And I'm playing my phone. And they say, no, this sounds fine. And they put on SiriusXM and they go this. And I go, oh yeah, this sucks. And like, can you make this sound better? And I go, no, it's not gonna
All right,
happen.
so they have an option for $6.
You get HD Music. So for $6 more? But there again, who's listening to it? Because there's so many, like Amazon Music, Spotify seems to be the most popular because
Spotify and Apple Music are
definitely by far. A lot of people use YouTube Music.
Yep.
It's
become more
because it's better. You know, it's like it's not the trash it used to be.
Yeah.
Garbage in, garbage out, amplified. Yeah, for sure. So they're good. I'm not knocking the music service.
Oh, you're totally knocking it.
But no, so this is Amazon Music. He was talking about Amazon Music for $6 more. Yeah. Which is still crazy because like if you just have an Apple Music subscription, you get high-res music. I think Spotify now you get high-res music too.
Oh yeah, you do. You gotta pay for it too.
Well, no, you don't. Like Spotify includes high-res now.
No, but like what I'm saying is like you get a subscription from Spotify and you get a better quality.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is unlike you used to have, it wasn't a bump. Yeah. Now it's not a bump. Now it's just included. Either way, you know, I feel like you're paying $15 a month for some form of a streaming service.
Tell me how much you pay for subscriptions.
I have no idea. I need that app that shows you all the things that are hitting your credit card every month because I know I'm getting hit with some crazy stuff, and it's like
you're paying for 3.
Yeah, I'm paying for 3 gym memberships. I know I'm only using 2. Okay, let me say I pay for 2, and then the third one gets used every like quarter, just to check in and be like, "Yep, gym's still here." All right, cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's $30, $10 a month, you know, and it's like, okay, fine. But that's the problem. We won't even get into that, but that's the problem. It's death by 1,000 cuts is really what it is. That's sure. We're all headed to that, death by 1,000 cuts. We don't even know anymore. It's like, you know, it's like, oh, paying for HBO Go or whatever the hell it's called, Amazon, a Netflix. Prime, a gym membership, you know, whatever internet service app that I have on my phone that's hitting me for $5 or $10 a month, so I can make stupid videos.
You're paying for SiriusXM. I mean, you're paying for VIX.
Oh, yeah, for VIX. What are VIX?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure you're paying for it.
Some vapor rub, you know. Yeah, she's got, you know, paying for the cocaine problem. You know, it's. I'm joking. Anyways, my point is like this is just to me. And apparently, I am paying for a SiriusXM subscription.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, but I mean, it was like there again.
So you argue that it's not valid because you're paying for it.
And as soon as we take the radio out of Sue's car, it's like, which I can't believe we haven't done yet.
So I know as soon as you do that,
she's gonna sell the car.
No.
Oh,
she's gonna say, "Hey, man, I want the SiriusXM back." So.
Well, it's fine. She can call up our friend at SiriusXM and be like, "Can I get a tuner?" Happy NAV-TV is still here. Called them last year for Buddy's Audi and then about an ominous potential future. I could hear sadness in the guy's voice, but he said, we'll see. Not over till it's over. Yeah, and they're back. They're still going.
Yeah.
Still going strong. So, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Anytime a company goes out of business, it's just or decides to close up in this. It's a very small industry for sure.
For sure.
Okay, a couple things just to note. If you didn't catch the show we did earlier this week, Wednesday, with Brian Schmidt of Master Tech Expo, also Mobile Solutions, please go check it out. Fernando put together a fantastic slide deck of photos that everyone, I enjoyed. It was a trip down memory lane, kind of explaining the concept of Master Tech Expo and really hitting on the point that anyone can go. If you can buy the plane ticket, pay the money to get in, which it's only $650 this year. Dude, the first year was like $800.
Yeah.
Now it's down to $650, which is great. And this, like in the first year we went, it was every man for himself. You got to get your own food. We changed that, or he changed that. We got food, so you get fed. Literally, only thing you need to show up with is a hotel and a plane flight. Mm-hmm. Everything else is included. You don't have to worry about food. And if you drink, obviously you got to pay your bar tab. Be more than the ticket to get in. Some of these guys can drink, bro. But it's a fantastic event. Days are numbering. It's coming up fast. So if you're interested in doing it, make sure you get those. Like I said, it's available to anybody. There's tiered pricing. If you want to get your education on, you can get your education on. If you just want to hang out and see the show floor, watch the competitions, and have some food, there's that price package as well.
For sure.
So make sure if that's something you want to do. For the rest of you that can't go because you're not in industry, Knowledge Fest is coming up this weekend, which means next weekend for us. There won't be a Saturday show. There won't be a Friday show because we'll be in Vegas. However, when we get back or while we're there, we'll definitely, you'll get to learn what Kenwood's new exciting thing is. So that is coming up. Of course, there are some new other things that are popping up this weekend. Or next weekend, I should say, and we'll try to we're not going to do a live from the show floor. if we do one, it'll be a pre-recorded, so
yes,
it's a
for
better
sure.
quality.
It's a better quality,
just like we did at SEMA.
Yep.
Because that worked so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It's looking. It's gonna be fun.
Listen, I'm excited for everything is coming up.
You know, the great thing is you've been watching David Dobrik. So now you know how to do a trip video. Yeah. But trying to get this guy to help me do trip videos.
So I'm gonna say a lot of bad words on the videos because it's fun. Okay. You know, that's what he does. He's like, yeah. Anyway.
Dude, could you imagine if we did that? Like some of these guys know how much I cuss because they watch me on the High Five channel, and I let
even on classes. I'm like, dude, slow it down. Come on, don't do that. This is a class.
You call it class, I call it stand-up. Either way, everyone has a good time.
Literally, this is like, what up?
What's up, bitches?
It's like, you want to learn today.
Yeah, 9 o'clock in the morning. Boom! Let's let this happen. That won't be happening on this trip because we're going to be there with JVC and Kenwood. So it'll be a good day, everyone, and welcome to the class. Today, Dean is here. You know, Fernando's going to have a little button every time he gets ready, like, there's a cuss word potentially coming. He's going to like zap me. I'll be like, and so, man, listen.
Yeah, pretty much. One of those.
Shock collars for the dogs. Fine. Wasn't going to cuss that time. Backward hat too. I'll probably have a hat on during the show. I don't know. It's weird because it's inside. So I really don't have to worry about burning my bald spot. But
no, normally it's just like that. Oh, if he has a hat, it's fine. But it's just like.
It depends. Sometimes I'll wear a hat at nighttime.
Yeah.
When I'm working, I typically don't, just because people don't recognize me when I wear a hat.
Oh no, not at all, dude.
And if I'm there to, even though it has a 5-star logo on it, that's huge. See,
exactly. So just a quick story. So we went to the Nationals, right? The competition over there with Brian Mitchell in Alabama.
Yeah.
And we went to the SPL show. Now, Dean is right there. And I'm like, literally, like, kind of like this side. And there's one guy in the middle. And then he looked at me. He's like, oh, my God.
Now, keep in mind, I was talking to the guy.
So he just like, oh, my God. And he just kind of like pushed a little bit Dean just to say, hey, excuse me. And then go, he's like, man, I watch you guys show and blah, blah, blah. And where's Dean? And I'm like, look, you're literally talking with him. Like right there. And he's like, no.
I just went, you know,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and the best part is when they say
it's the
no.
Color. It's the color.
Oh yeah, it's because I'm white.
Yeah.
Oh, because you're brown.
Because
you're tan, whatever that is. I don't know. The whole color thing. I was gonna go short, black hair, brown eyes. You know.
Whoa, nah, it's like.
What? Just
it's racist, bro.
How's that racist? Just, I'm taller than you, pasty white, and have a bald spot. I mean, bro, why are you picking on yourself like that? Anyways, if you're gonna be at any of these events, make sure to come by and say hi. We'll be in Vegas next week.
For sure.
We'll be staying at the Paris. And I say this every time. If anybody's in the area and they want to come by and say hi, we'll be in the Paris bar.
It's not going to be in the Horseshoe?
No, it's going to be in Paris. We'll be in the Paris bar all night long. Backed by Vanderbilt or Vanderpumps. Not in Vanderpumps because no one got that kind of money, but there's a bar right out front of it. It's typically where we hang out. If you would like to come by and say hi, please do. I hate Vegas, so I don't expect anyone to ever do it because Vegas sucks.
Yeah.
But
never shy, bro. Never shy. Gonna get some drinks together.
No. Always come by and say hi. We don't bite. He bites a little, but you might like it. Anyways, that's what's happening. This has been the news. This has been the news. You guys now know everything that we do. That's all we got.
Oh, the one that he's gonna buy is dog. Dog, he bites.
Dog won't be there.
Still, he bites.
I know he does, but he won't be there. It's gonna be weird.
Goodbye.
You guys have a wonderful day. Be safe. Have fun. See ya.
Bye, guys.